Cards and Cannabis, Season 1, Episode 10. Let's go. What a great day today. Beautiful day out. We are somewhere in October-ish. They doing the baseball playoffs. NBA getting started. I think NFL's like 3 some odd number weeks in. Hockey, doing whatever hockey does. It's a good strand right here. And today, we're going to talk about none of that from the cards perspective, because we're going to dabble into a little bit of the alternative form of card collecting. And this past week, I believe it was HBO Max, did a little documentary series, and I don't know how much documenting was actually done. Nothing new in terms of what I've heard, since I've been kind of following this new movement called cryptocurrency. But they said they know who Satoshi Nakamoto probably might be. They made it seem like they knew who it was, but when it came out, it's kind of like just the same old names. Matter of fact, Craig Wright and those dudes, they went to court down in Florida squabbling over what they thought to be Satoshi's account. And needless to say, to this point, I believe Satoshi's account has not moved, but I believe they had received an email from the same email that Satoshi, or the individual referred to as Satoshi, used. I don't know. It was basically still left in hanging. But needless to say, it was definitely not a plug for Bitcoin, because Bitcoin right now is the hottest thing out. And not just this year, last year, the year before, the year before, the year before. It's outperformed every asset class for like the past decade. It's up now year to date, I believe 120 some odd number percent. And they have commemorated at Gas Trading Cards a really cool card that commemorates what they thought at one point, and this card was made in 2022, of who they thought Satoshi Nakamoto was. And it was just funny, because when you take a bunch of tweets that Elon Musk put out, the Samsung, the Toshiba, I can't read that, it's showing me backwards, and Motorola spells out Satoshi, and I just thought that was a really cool card. I was telling you about them. I mean, this company, Gas, isn't the only company. I like them. They've always delivered. They did the one that we talked about on previous episode about Donald Trump, with the assassination attempt. They came out with the card the next day, kind of like a Topps now. Gas puts out a good quality card. It's recognized if you send it off for grading. This one obviously is not graded. I have not opened it because it does have their sticker at the top. And which is funny, they put these neat little stickers on for these top loaders. Now they saw the Trump one that was in a nice big holder, nice thick holder, thick case, keep the card looking sharp. And then they do a bunch of other commemorative stuff. But this one, I got some other stuff from, I've actually got a bunch of their stuff, so you'll be seeing it. I don't want to give any insights yet as to which one we're going to cover next. But I thought with the documentary came out, some of y'all may be new to the space just because of what's happened here over the past year or so. Institutions now heavily invested into that space. And just so y'all know, Bitcoin is not cryptocurrency. Bitcoin is like apples, and it's like comparing alcohol to cannabis. It's like, no, not the same, not even close. The concept that was derived for Bitcoin is very unique. It's something that cannot be, I'm sure it could be replicated, but I doubt it would. If you replicated it now, you would have to convince a good portion of the community to leave Bitcoin to come to whatever else gets created that's, you know, singled out numerically to 21 million tokens. Does not have the ability to be centralized. It's what's known as decentralized. And a whole bunch of other stuff. I don't even really know. But crypto is interesting. It is definitely interesting, and I don't know. I mean, I got a little something. And as it was going up, and I started to take a little profit, and I'm like, what am I going to do with the profits? And then I was like, well, this is like a Ponzi scheme. So I just put it back into a company that was buying Bitcoin and had started purchasing somewhere around 31,000. If you haven't heard of MicroStrategy, or if you just listen to Michael Saylor, remember that name, Michael Saylor. Watch one video of Michael Saylor in just his discussion as to what Bitcoin is. And if that doesn't lead you into listening to another discussion, because his analogies are beautiful. He made something complicated simple. And I originally got started in purchasing Bitcoin because of Elon. And during COVID, with not much else to do, I studied a lot of Elon Musk. And needless to say, Elon and Tesla corporate had purchased Bitcoin for their treasury. And I said, man, if the company that I'm investing in is doing it, maybe if I have the ability to do it, even at a small level, I'll do it. And needless to say, that's where that journey started. So, but I don't think Elon is Satoshi Nakamoto. If he is, man, he has reached Jedi level 5 status. Watch out, Luke Skywalker, because here comes Elon. And I mean, the guy is phenomenal in what he brings to the table for societies from that perspective. Love him or hate him, I mean, that's your own decision. But needless to say, Satoshi Nakamoto is out there. His wallet is sat idle. That 1 million tokens, I'd make him the wealthiest person on the planet if he liquidated that. And it ain't going to happen. And it was ironic. The people that they thought were Satoshi in this little documentary series, they narrowed it down to what they thought were the two people. And it was funny. Both guys are sitting there looking at each other like, I'm not Satoshi. And then they're like, we don't want to be Satoshi. What do you want us to... Even if one of those dudes is, it's a conflict of interest for them to just come out and say, surprise, I'm Satoshi. You might get shot real quick. 0 to 100, 100 to 0 real quick. So, needless to say, that's that. Strand of the day, let's transition. Our sponsors, Perfect Blast, and our sponsors at Excess Energy have brought us some good quality G4. This is G4. And I was checking it out. I just actually tasted it myself. We're on Leafly here. And, man, that just doesn't even show up. I'm going to have to get that straight. We may have to invest in some upgrades because we definitely want to show you these things. But if you go to G4 on Leafly, you'll see that it's a 19% THC content with a CBG percentage of 1. We know 1. We were talking a little bit about CBG the other day and its how it directly is what people are looking for from a medicinal perspective. I don't know if I said that right. Probably not. This G4, which I just did a little puff at the beginning, is taking hold. And I like it. Tasted good. A little gassy. Not the strongest potent smell. Pungent. But it says it's going to give a feeling of being energetic, focused, happy, thumbs up there. Helps with depression, anxiety, and arthritis. And those are some good areas to cover. It's calming halfway and low in THC, a little bit above halfway. Gives a whole breakdown here of the history here. The strand has THC. It says here that the strand here on the reading has a concentration of 22 to 25%. And it says here, indica dominant, and G4 is a cross between G13 and Chem 4. If you're not on Leafly and don't want to look down that info status there. But I'm digging it. And we'll be puffing on that all weekend long. So just wanted to come at you a little bit. Who is Satoshi Nakamoto? I don't believe it really matters, because Michael Saylor has now over 350,000 Bitcoin in his control. MicroStrategy Corporate has 300,000. I believe one point Michael Saylor had said he had 17,000 tokens on his own personal account. BlackRock's got 300,000, and that right there would be just shy of both of those entities matching what Satoshi has in his million tokens. And when you have two other third parties, 2/3, that doesn't make sense, 2/3, two other entities comprising, those three majors, plus all these other entities that have enough, it'll always counterbalance any one individual's. And to be honest, if Satoshi was Satoshi, wanted to really be a DH and come out and just be crazy, he would have done it already. When you look at the price point, I think he would have been the wealthiest person on earth when Bitcoin was somewhere in the 40s. It's now, it's topped out at 70, 74. So it's like, if he wanted to be that guy, to be the richest thing, if he would have done it already. Like, he solved that problem years ago. Like, maybe in 2015, he could have liquidated at 3,000 with 1 million tokens and been, one of, if not the wealthiest person. So, you hope and pray that money, motivation, and greed doesn't become one's mantra. And we haven't seen that to date. I'm excited about it because it just gives us another alternative to invest in and to be excited about and to have hope for the future, regardless of what ticks, politics, who ticks, all that kind of stuff. So, hope you all enjoy the weekend. Have a great time, and we'll see you on the next episode.